could blame it on the physical. I could blame it on your lips, your touch, your kiss, you know, real traditional. But your love's too original.
Beautiful people, my name is Bea and welcome to I Am Bea's channel. If you guys are new, welcome to everyone. I hope you guys are doing good just like I'm doing good. In today's video, I just want to talk about random things, you know. Sometimes it's good to have, sometimes we just need to talk about stuff just to talk about stuff, you know, to get it out. I had to leave my apartment because they're redoing the floors. They're kind of working on that right now. I've been having a lot of things on my mind, especially with looking back, because I've been looking at my old videos, my old pictures of where I was at and where I'm at now. And I'm just in awe. Like, granted, like where I'm living at, it's not where I want to be at forever, but this is just something to get me in this location and, you know, stepping stone. But I have my own space. I feel safe and I feel at home. You know, it's where I can be comfortable. I was looking back in the past, I did move around a lot. When I moved to North Carolina, my goal was to get a job. You know, I was working for myself for Lyft. I knew that wasn't something I wanted to do. It was to help me get to North Carolina, and I was able to land a job and get myself in school. And my cousin wanted to kick me out. It was around when COVID started happening. So I ended up going to my mom. I was already at my mom's when my cousin was kicking me out. And I had a talk with my mom. I'm like, listen, I'm in this situation. She was like, just go get your stuff and stay here and we'll figure something out. And at that time, I was watching my nephews. So I was studying for my job. At that time, I was in school and I was taking care of my nephews and I was trying to stay on top of my nephews for him to do schoolwork. And the minute that they leave, my mom's husband kicks me out. And I've been told to not talk about the situation, but it makes me uncomfortable for that person to tell me to not talk about the situation, because I feel like these are things that need to be spoken about, because those things are not okay. You know, he kicked me out, he started shit with me, and I had to go to my dad's. I didn't want to go to my dad's, but I went to my dad's because that was the next place that I could stay at. You know, I didn't have a job because I actually ended up quitting that job when I passed the test. I quit that insurance job because they were putting too much pressure and it was too overwhelming. And I was having a lot of mental breakdowns and it just wasn't worth that. So I went to my dad's, I finished my school up, and being at my dad's just made me see a lot behind closed doors, and I had a lot of healing to do. I was also going through other things as well around that time, so I was trying to keep myself above water going through those things, and I had a fallout with my dad, so I ended up staying with my aunt and uncle. But I did not want to get comfortable just because I knew that's not where I wanted to set my roots at. I ended up moving to Tallahassee after that, and I stayed there. Didn't feel like home there. I was able to get a job there. I had felt kind of lost in Tallahassee, made a few friends, but I ended up leaving. I stayed in Tallahassee at least a little over a year, and less than a year. It don't matter. But I came to South Carolina, and I thought about moving to other places, but it just didn't feel right. So I decided to come to South Carolina, and it just felt right. And just looking back up looking back at all the things that I've been through and how much stronger I've gotten, like, I had no idea where it was gonna go. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I just want stability, you know? My desire is to have that stability. A place that I can just call home and be comfortable, because that's all I wanted. I was so uncomfortable since I've gotten to since I was in Gainesville, well, since my entire fucking life, just because I had a bad upbringing. I'm just so amazed with all the healing that I've done, that I've worked on myself, to feeling that peace that I have within myself now, today. You have to put in the work if you want your life to change. You have to put in the work if you want to bring that peace. It don't matter how much money you have. If you don't have peace within yourself, none of the things you have is going to matter. Because internally, you're not doing so great. So when I had my spiritual awakening, I was like, you know what? Like, I want to take care of everything that I've been going through and just change my life, because I surrender. Like, I'm ready for change. It was so hard for me to get out of change, because I got so used to how I was being treated, how I grew up, how I thought fighting was normal, that, you know, having a miserable life was normal, but that's not normal. It's not normal at all. So when I see people fighting out in public, it just breaks my heart knowing that that person is just letting it happen, because we don't know. I didn't know. I thought getting treated like shit was normal, because that's what I seen growing up. That's what like, my husband treated me like shit. My dad treated me like shit. You know, friends treated me like shit. Relationship treated me like shit. People I worked with treated me like shit. But I didn't realize that what I was thinking about is what I was attracting. Now, mind you, some things happen that are beyond out of our control. Like my mom's husband. I didn't, like... Anyways. I'm able to set boundaries with people, cut people off if I want to, if I feel like they're not lifting me up, you know? Because that's all I want, is to surround myself with good people and to show people that they can turn their life around, even from coming from a broken home, even from where our mentality was at, where my mentality was at. Because we deserve good things. We deserve a good life. We deserve to experience good life. We all do. And even though there's so much crazy things going on right now, your eyes, what you see is about you and the characters that are in your movie. Like, be dramatic as fuck. Like, make a fucking scene if you want to. I mean, not in a bad way. Like I was saying, I see people out in public fighting, and it's like, how is it okay for you to treat people like that in public? Like, in public, in front of other people's eyes. They normalize that shit. That shit's not normal. Talking down on someone is not normal. Making someone feel small is not normal. Those things are not normal. Giving people attitude is not normal. Like, fucking correct yourself and treat people with respect. You don't know what someone is going through when you're in a bad mood and you decide to make someone else miserable. That's not okay.
Can we just talk about how we need to be nicer to
People are too mean to each other, and we need to be more loving. We need to be more loving to those who are hurting. But we also need to be more loving to ourselves. Don't neglect yourself now. A lot of us like to neglect ourselves. Put yourself first. It's okay to be selfish. Listen, you matter. Your life matters. Your air matters. Breathe, baby. Breathe. Just hold it in for 5 seconds, okay? So, let the air out. You know, a lot of times we just don't know how to be nice.
Baby, did you know that from the moment we fell in and knew we couldn't fall back, knew I'd always crawl back? 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me. 'Cause baby,